It's IKEA shopping time again, and today we're going to talk about some of the best storage pieces that you can get from IKEA and take a sneak peek at their holiday items as well. Let's get started. Hello, I'm Noreen Burke, and on this channel I love bringing you ideas for decluttering, organizing, doing upcycles, DIYs, basically anything creative and crafty. But I do love shopping at IKEA, not just because of their items, for the ideas as well. So as you're watching this video, don't think of just IKEA exclusive, but look at the pieces and see where you might be able to get something similar, because a lot of these things I'm going to be showing can be found just about anywhere, but it might give you a different perspective on a way to use these pieces. So let's dive in. Now, whenever you enter an IKEA, there's always a couple of different ways to go. You can go straight into their warehouse and just shop. You can roam around, but I love starting in the showroom. This is where you get to see the different layouts, the different ways that they're using pieces, and it usually gives you an indication of what's going to be coming. In this case, IKEA is clearly going for bright and bold and fun. This new room that they're showing definitely is an indication of what's going to be coming around in the new year. I also enjoy seeing the way that they're using set pieces in different rooms. This kitchen example is a great way to see how they're using what looks like built-ins, but they've painted a wall so that these cabinets blend in, making the refrigerator look like a built-in area, but it's not. They also added shelves to this storage unit, giving more shallow spaces so they could store more functional items for this kitchen space. Another example that I like very close by this space is these two bookshelves are being used. And what I like about this is it's an inexpensive storage option. They're right around $60 a piece for these storage bookcases. They are made out of metal, which means that they can be used indoors or outdoors. But the other thing I like is by putting two side by side, you not only get the storage functionality underneath, but it gives you a workspace surface area if you're using this in a workshop, in a kitchen, in a garage, or outside. Great if you're using this as an outdoor area, because it would also give you a serving area and then give you storage underneath. So thinking of these things a little bit differently really opens up the opportunities to use it for. Really quick, I am going to ask if you haven't already hit that subscription button. I'm so close to the silver play button. I think I'm almost at 97,000, so if you haven't yet, please take a second to click that and we'll jump right back into the video. Now we're going to take a look at bookshelves. And again, these don't have to be from IKEA, but bookshelves have the ability to have doors added on them. And with this simple addition, starting with an inexpensive bookcase, in this case the Finby is $29, and here's the dimensions if you're interested in that. They also have a white version called the Gersby, and I think the sizes might be the same, but $29, and then they have shorter bookshelves. But by adding doors to these, you can get a really high-end look. And it's not that hard to do by just adding this simple hardware. And again, these are pretty universal. So by adding the doors where the shelf pegs would go, you can easily attach a variety of doors. So once again, here's a simple bookshelf. By adding those doors, you get to enclose things and make things look super high-end in your space. Now we're going to take a look at custom closets and prefab wardrobes. So again, IKEA does have a huge selection of different wardrobe options. These would be for custom closets, but these are items that you can get from so many different companies. This is one that they did as a custom build, and it's just an example. So for $345, which I know sounds expensive, but this would be the entire cabinet, doors, shelves, pullouts, rods, hardware, everything that you need to build this cabinet. So in this one, they did it pretty simplistically with these pull-out drawers at the bottom, which are great, but this is 3 feet wide and it's a nice deep cabinet. So you could still add shelves to this. You could utilize the doors for storage. You could hang items inside if you're doing anything with fabric. Here's a guide of everything that they had. And if you'll notice, the most expensive piece is the actual outside, which was $115. And then they have the shelf on top as well. So you could reconfigure this in several different ways, but this gives you an idea of what the costs are. The other great thing, if you are using IKEA, is they have so many different finish options. So not only do they have different colors and different styles, but these mesh baskets come in different finishes for color, for design styles, and different hole sizes for the apertures. But they also have the different wood drawers with glass or plexiglass inserts, which would really give an elevated look, and again, different wood finishes for just about any design style. They also have custom inserts and organizers. I love this one that's meant to be for pants, but you could use this for your nicer papers, for fabrics, for drawing things. But look at these with a specific eye of what your crafting needs are. And if you need a drawing rack, these pant hangers might be the perfect thing to lay things out, push them back in, and allow them to dry safely and have easy access for them later. There's so many places that you can go to for these custom options. The Container Store is a great resource. I think they're a little bit higher end for pricing, just for me, but IKEA does have those options. I also believe there's places like Custom Closets or Closet Made that are more affordable with a DIY option to build them yourselves, or you can have someone do it for you. But let's take a look at the prefab designs that are already laid out, and all you have to do is assemble them. Let's start with a really basic one. I've talked about ways to install shelves before pretty easily. This just has a simple shelf at the top and a wardrobe bar, but you could take that wardrobe bar out and use this differently. This one is double wide, it's 150, and you can see there's a divider down the middle, but like I said, I did a video on how to add shelves without needing any tools or hardware. This would be such an affordable option to add all types of custom storage for only $150. This one's $130, and again, we could use those same shelving options, but look at all of this space. You get a double wide on one side, and then there's this little shelving unit at the bottom. This would be great if you're trying to store your sewing machines, Cricuts, silhouettes, heating presses. Here it comes in white as well. Here's another version that's a triple wide, so you get two sections on one side, and this is just open storage for anything that you need, or you can add shelves. Hi everybody! And then on this side you've got some pre-built shelves inside, but you'll notice they do have some adjustable options to them. So if you're just looking to have something done that's easy, you could just measure this, put it in your space, have that big wide open space that you could easily put shelves in on your own affordably, and then have the other side with set shelves for only $150. I think that's a pretty decent price, and again, it looks nice on the outside. An hour of assembly and you are ready to go for your storage options. Moving into office storage, I know lots of places sell these types of drawers. I happen to think the IKEA ones are amazing. They're nice, deep drawers, and you can get them so they're shallow drawers or the deeper drawers, or they also have some that have a mix of shallow drawers with some deeper ones at the bottom. But checking your other stores, like the Container Store, Office Depot, Office Max, Staples, places like that, look at the storage options and think of your craft supplies, your cooking supplies, your tool supplies. Think of the storage that you need and see how these measurements might match up as the perfect storage solution. Now, how about that bedroom storage? I've talked before about the benefits of a dresser. I like dressers because they're usually affordable, and think about how often you can buy these secondhand and refinish it to match your aesthetic. But for $129 for a brand new one, you get these 6 beautiful deep drawers. You can always create custom storage to go on the inside. This one was right about 7 or 8 inches deep, which means you can get so much in there. And the height, I think, is perfect. By putting 1 or 2 of these together, you would be able to have all of this surface space as well for your equipment needs. So if you have, again, printers, silhouettes, Cricuts, you would have all of that surface area to spread these things around, as well as just putting some nice decorative storage boxes or bins to double that storage space. So if you're out and about looking at furniture, whether it's new or used, consider these types of storage pieces. This could be used again in a kitchen if you need more surface space, in an entryway. There's a lot of different places you could use these types of pieces. Now, kitchen cabinets are obviously designed well for these types of spaces, but again, considering your workspace, garage, craft area, consider using base cabinets with drawers because they're going to have different depths, which is great if you're trying to have easy access for tools, paintbrushes, knitting tools. But then as you go down deeper, the drawers get deeper and they're designed to handle heavier weighted things. So if you have a big machine that you want down there or heavier items, these types of drawers are going to be phenomenal. And sometimes these are designed with little hidden pockets inside. So look at your large ticket stores like Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Lowe's, and see what base cabinet options are. You might even have a custom kitchen cabinet in your area. So consider those types of stores when you're designing a space. They might have some items that are clearanced or secondhand that'll really help you. Here's just a quick peek at what some of these base cabinets go for. Obviously, these don't always have the door fronts or the handles. Now again, just referencing IKEA, they have so many different options. They have so many different price points that you should be able to design just about anything to meet your budget. And if you have a bigger budget, you can really get creative with those design looks. Now another option that I really like, and the Container Store has these as well, is the wall-mounted storage options. You've seen these before in closets especially, but I like that they have some higher end looks starting at just $9.99 per shelf rod, and then you can add the custom shelf brackets and shelves. You can get really creative with what these look like. I love these metal bars that go across because I think it gives a different look and it allows you to hang a lot of different things. So this would allow you to almost do a pegboard with hooks, but you can also get baskets on there. Think about this little hook for hanging multiple pairs of scissors. I don't know, I really like this look. And here's a quick peek at some of the different shelf options that they offer within. But by looking at all of the examples that they have here, you can really get creative with your wall storage and not take up so much floor space. And this eliminates the need for having to buy a lot of furniture if you don't have that in your setup. So a simple table, and just having these on the wall with all of your supplies laid out and reserving the shelves for the larger storage items and boxes, my gosh, there's so much that you can do. I love this little magnetic bar as well because you can get those smaller supplies inside of containers and attach them up there, or you can magnetize your tools and attach it as well. This particular system is called the Kungsfor, so look that up if you are interested. Going into the dining storage, I love the idea of using buffets for storage in a kitchen or once again in a craft area. This one is $189. It's the Huga. This has some great shelves inside. I like them because they're deeper than what you would get in a normal bookshelf. I can't open these drawers because this one is up higher, but you would also get all the storage space above. Here's another version where once again there's the two doors on each side with that giant storage space on the inside. Great deep drawers right in the middle to put so much inside of, and you can always use dividers, but all of that surface space with this paired with just a single table, this could be your one-stop solution for storage, and it would look beautiful when you're not using it. Of course, we can get into higher end pieces. These are beautiful, but they are meant to be a little bit more higher end. But I love that they have the drawers for those tools that you don't want. But look at this example where they've paired two pieces together. If this was your crafting area and that table was your dining room table, think about bringing your Cricut out and using it and having everything stowed away. This is meant to be a kitchen work surface, but also with chairs, it would double as a eating space. But I loved these bars because once again, with those hooks I showed just a little bit ago, you could hang all of your supplies on here. Add a pegboard to the back of this table along the bottom, still be able to sit at this space and utilize this in so many different ways. If this was all you had for a space, this could be a mini craft room Have all of your supplies organized and hanging, and it's only $129. I think this has a lot of potential in your kitchen, in your garage, in your workspace, or in a craft space. Now, in all the times that I've shown you things at IKEA, I don't think I've ever shown off the lighting options. There are dedicated stores like Lamps R Us, but if you've not checked out IKEA for their lighting, my goodness, do they have a huge selection, and it's pretty affordable. Here's some different options. They have these little farmhouse lamps. They have these single pendants for only $29. They have the hardwire as well as those that you could just plug in and have the cord against the wall, but their lighting department is huge, and they have all types of price points. And again, they have these in hardwire or just the regular plug-in, and they even have small lighting solutions that you can use with the USB. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail this time, but I have talked about IKEA storage containers many times. So no matter what you're looking for, they've got it in an aesthetic that will match and a style for you, as well as a price point. But another item that I always breeze through and never really show you is the candle department. When you walk in, the first thing you notice is the lovely fragrance. They have a huge variety. Every color is a different fragrance, so you'll find something that matches your senses as well as unscented. So don't worry if you don't want the scented candles, they offer that as well, but they also offer different sizes. So from tea lights to jars, you should be able to find a candle that meets your needs. And now is something I'm excited about. They're getting their holiday items out. I always like IKEA for the holidays because I get to see a different take on things. So one of the things I noticed this season is the bright, vibrant green. They're really going in for that green color as well as the red that they've done before. So I like the pairing of both of those. There's also a lot more of just the natural greenery this year. One of the first aisles I went down was just their textured items. These are pillow covers and pillows. They have the wreaths coming out again. I really like this one. It's just a pretty simple swag that you can hang, and there's so much extra that you could do with this, whether you're hanging the little ornament balls down or adding any type of florals. And these were super inexpensive at just $4.99. They also have a lot of the floral stems, which are so much fun to bring out. They also have the eucalyptus, they have the cypress. I love this little wreath to put in a tea light. I would probably opt for a battery operated just so it's safe, but I thought it was pretty. I also appreciate that they're starting to just sell pillow covers. Pillows are one of those things I enjoy decorating with, but they're so bulky. I can put one of these little covers over an existing pillow, change up my style, and it's only $5. So that's a super fun way to decorate without having to take on the space, and I could just put the cover away at the end of the season. They've got a lot more for entertaining this year, which is kind of fun. I think everybody's been locked in, so we're excited. These little bird plates, cups, and bowls are just adorable, and they're starting at just $2.99 a piece. This will be a fun thing that I think you could use all the way through spring. As I said, green is a big focal point from IKEA this year, and the reason I like this vine pattern is you could use it throughout the year. So it's not just limited to Christmas, but by adding any of the gold or red baubles, you could of course incorporate it and make it a multi-use item. I love this hoop wooden Christmas tree. It's a very different take. It allows you to hang things from the hoop, but when you're done, it nests inside and is just a flat item to store. This is $39.99. Again, loving the little Christmas trees that you can put inside of jars or in cloches. These seem to be just the random decorative items. These little boxes are cute. They do nest, but I think this would be a fun item to just have out and maybe use as a mini gift box or decorate with. They also have this giant gift bag that would be great for carrying things around, for storing things, but if you're wanting to have a large item as a gift, throw it inside with a bow and you are ready to go. I have to confess, this guy's a little scary looking to me. I'm sure there's an origin from the Scandinavian gnome, but he's a little scary. So I enjoy looking at all the different things they have. I love their glass collections. These little trees are cute. And here's another take on a flat wooden Christmas tree. This could hang on a wall, allow you to display ornaments or cards, and then put it away when you're done. Some cute little tea light holders they have out. There's really a lot of small things that are very affordable to look at. So if you have an Ikea near you, take a look. They have a much smaller collection of gift wrapping this year, but I liked how they integrated those little Christmas tree paper mache boxes on their gifts. So as I was saying, if you have an Ikea near you, it's a fun time to take a look. So as they pull out more things into the store, you're going to see this changing. I'm going to be going to the as is section, but I'm walking through. So if you have any movement sensitivity, please fast forward to the timestamp. I don't want anybody getting that motion sickness. But they had a lot in the as is section. I like to go on Tuesdays because Monday is the day they change out anything. So that's when you're going to find the most items. But check with your store and see what day they update things in your area. Here is a couch that was marked down from $5.50 to just $3.50, and there is nothing wrong with it. I regret not taking home this little outdoor table. It expands to a 6-foot table, but it's just a tiny little 2-foot wide, beautiful little plant holder when it's not in use. So I'm bummed I didn't grab that. A little desk for just $64. Remember we were talking about that drawer organizer? Here is a nice tall one. Look at all of those storage drawers for just $109. $50 off just because it was used as a sample. So you get it at a $50 discount and you don't have to assemble it. What? I love the as is section. Another thing we touched on earlier that they now have down here, here is a cabinet base. All you would need is a top in either a door or shelves, $4. $4. Oh my gosh. So if you're doing any type of project, check out the as is section first every time. Here's a bookcase. This one was a little bit more dinged up than I usually see, so I'm guessing it was a bring back. The shelves in the corner were a little bit dinged, but still, it's assembled and it was only $16. Now, if you are ever in your as is section and you see these pallets, check them out. Usually, all this is a damaged box. So here's an example where the corner of the box was scraped. You can see it right away, but you can also see inside that nothing happened to the actual item. Here's the other box that got ripped. The item is perfect, and they're going to show you exactly what the contents are, but the price point is huge. This is 50% off simply because the box is damaged. Everything else is there. Here's the complete list. Here's what the item looks like. And if you ever are missing an item, you can just go into customer service, let them know the piece that you were missing, and they will give it to you for free. So how can you lose on that? Here's another item that was there. They're showing you exactly what it is, what the color is. They'll tell you the reason it's being discounted. And again, this is more than a 50% off discount. So don't be afraid of looking at those palettes. These types of piles are usually my favorite because it is just a mismatch area of all kinds of things. There's a mattress in there. There's tabletops in there. This is a piece of butcher block, a huge piece of butcher block, $20. What? It used to be $70 and now it's $20. There's another thicker, larger piece of the butcher block down below. If you were doing a kitchen or wanting a workbench, that's the piece to grab. So look at these big piles when you are about to do a project because there is a wealth of items in there. This is just something they've discontinued. They're not going to be doing the cooktops, or at least this particular brand. So you can pick these up for $300. I can't see what the original price point was. I think that one was initially $5. The fabric bins are another place I love looking in. This one's pretty low right now, but when they're changing things out, sometimes this is overflowing with bed comforters, sheets, curtains, fabric that you can cut down and make something out of. So that fabric bin is one of my favorite places to check out. The other area I love is the cabinet door and small shelf. I love grabbing from here because this is where I make a lot of my door blanks. The floating shelves end up here a lot, and you can get these for just a couple of bucks. Here's a 4-foot shelf that is just marked down to $5. What a great price. So here's a big wide one. This is a 6-foot shelf. You can use this for so many different things. I would recommend 3 brackets on this one, $7. So I know I keep saying it, but if you're ever in the as is, check it out. They always have discontinueds in here. These are a specific couch cover. Ikea allows you to get covers, which is great because you can wash them or change out the look. $111 marked down to $15. So if you have this specific couch, run to your Carson Ikea right now and grab these up before they're gone. The last thing I'm going to mention in the as is section is they sell new things. So when you see a bin with something thrown on top, know that that's just a sample for you to see, but everything beneath is brand new and just being clearanced out. I hope you did find value in today's video. As I mentioned, you can find these types of items in so many different places. So if you don't have an IKEA near you, think about the product that I mentioned, whether it was a dresser, a sideboard, a bookcase, and see if there's a company near you that sells something similar to it. It really is helpful to think outside of that box to find something that will be more affordable and better meet the needs that you have. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons. I could not make these videos without their support, so thank you, thank you, thank you. If you'd like to see your name on that list, that information for my Patreon is down in the description below, and I'd be happy to announce you as a new patron in the next video. I can't wait to see you guys in the next few days, so make sure you leave me a comment. I read through them and try and comment to every single one. YouTube is hiding replies that you might have lately, so if you've replied to a comment, I may or may not get to see it, but when you leave the initial comment, I see all of those, and I do my 100% best to respond to each and every one of you. So thank you for commenting, liking, and watching this video. I'll see you guys in just a few days. Bye!